Hi everyone. This video has the objective of helping you to do the postdoc segmentation in your interdisciplinary projects. In this case, I'm using a database regarding the consumption of beer. So the principles of the exercise are the same, whether you work with beer or with wine or with any other product. So what we are doing here, what we have here is that we got 437 answers from our survey, and we want to work with respondents that are above 18. So I clicked in this box, and also respondents that stated that they have had beer, they have had consumption of beer in the last 12 months. So when I do that, I get 322. Then I have a big number of questions about consumption on 30 days, which type of beer, lager, dark, but as you can see, most of them said yes for lager, and very few for non-alcoholic beer, for instance. Then we have the question about if they drink beer at home or out of home, and most of them said they do it at home, out of home, and even in other places. And we go down, and also we know that most of them have beer using a bottle, and very few in a draught if they are drinking outside home. So in this case, I'm going straight on to question 13, I guess. Let me see. To question 13. And in this question, we have a Likert type scale from 1 to 5, in which 1 means not important, 5 means very important. And on our research, we identified something like 18 attributes regarding beer. And we decided to ask them about what's their preference regarding this consumption. We could work here with a big number of items, but I'm going to make it simple and say, we've been looking around the market, and we found that there are no brands with a calorie orientation or low calorie orientation. So I'm going to click here on these 17, which are the responses that said that calories are very, very important for them. So what do we have here? We have 17 beer drinkers in the last 12 months, and they are above 18, and they said that calories are an important factor when deciding about a beer. So what do we have? We have here a situation where we have 17 beer drinkers, out of a universe in our sample of 322 respondents that have had beer. So this means that our segment in this sample, it's of about 5% of our total sample. So 5%. We know, and we have said this several times, these surveys are not probabilistic, and therefore they are not, we cannot extrapolate data for the entire population. But in this case, we are going to presume, or we are going to to assume that this sample is representative. We know it's not, but we are going to assume that it's representative. So what can we do now? I know that from data from TGI, we have in Portugal something like 5 million consumers of beer in the last 12 months. If in my sample, which is not representative, but I'm going to pretend that it is, the calorie segment is 5%, then I can do this exercise and, if you want in this way, multiply the total number, the 5 million consumers, by 5%, so I can get here a segment that is worth something like 250,000 individuals. Moreover, we know that taking into consideration the data from Euromonitor, that the annual average consumption of beer among beer drinkers is of about 100 liters. So this means that we can estimate that our segment of 250,000 individuals may have a size in liters of 25 million liters. And as we know that, according to data from Euromonitor, as we know that the average price per liter is 2.5 euros, then I can multiply this by 2.5 euro, and this means that my segment has a potential value of 62,500,000 euros of value. So what we have here is a circumstance where our calorie segment the size is estimated in 250,000 consumers. The total sales in volume, it's about 25 million liters, and that this segment will be worth something like 62 million euros. That's the way to make these calculations. Obviously, you can also do another thing, that knowing that the segment is worth 250,000 individuals, and they have 100 liters a year, which means 25 million liters. We can also estimate the number of bottles, so we can divide this by 0.33, and this gives you 75 million bottles. That's the calculations you can do. So this also will help you to identify so the characteristics of the segment, and also you can also go to the survey and check that this segment is mostly female. As you can see here, you can have an idea of the ages of the people that is on this profile, and you can see that they are mostly above 35 years of age. They are mostly single and have higher education, and other things about them in terms of social demographic characteristics. And you can also go here and see where do they drink mostly, or how much do they pay. For instance, an interesting information is where do they get information about beer, and you can see that the most important factor is the talks with friends and family. Also, a very important factor is supermarket flyers, and also an important factor is the promotions in the point of sale. So you can have also here music festivals and other events are also places where people know about the beer brands. So I hope that with this I can help you to build up your segmentation strategy and quantify the segments. I'm talking obviously about post hoc segmentation approach.